Mr. David Bowie です。Nice to meet you, David Bowie.
Thank you. こんにちは。
こんにちは。ということでもって、早速それでは限られた時間の中でいっぱい質問してみたいと思います。So you are living in New York now?
For the duration of the play.
I see.
Yeah.
Yes. The Elephant Man というね、今日ブロードウェイのビルボードを見てきましたし、ブースティアターというところでもって、彼が今プレイしているそのブロードウェイミュージカルの話、まず聞いてみたいと思います。Is it your first appearance on Broadway?
Yeah, on Broadway and in a straight dramatic role, a non-musical.
How do you feel about it?
Well, for me the play has been very important. I think it's one of the biggest changes that I've had to go through to do straight dramatic theatre.
Yes.
But it's been very fulfilling.
I see.
Yeah.
When did it start?
We started firstly in Denver, and then we went to Chicago with the play. We worked there for about 5-6 weeks, and then we came back to New York.
I see. When will it last?
I think probably around January. I think.
Around January.
Yeah.
1月まで続くかということですけれども、ブロードウェイの体験も大変面白いという話ですけれども、I've heard that you have been looking for a Japanese house in Japan, Kyoto.
It was actually a house that was offered to me. It was a 400-year-old tie-dye house, but I wasn't able to take it at the time. But mainly because I couldn't find any land to build it on. It's very hard to find land in Japan. So, but I think I would love to do that, just to buy a very old, because of the Japanese carpentry, I think is quite superb, with only the use of wood pegs, no metal.
Yes.
It would be nice to, before they're all destroyed, to try and get hold of one of those old houses and store it until I find somewhere to rebuild it.
Yes. Yes. 彼が京都に大変惹かれているというのは前々から聞いた話です。そしてオフタイムに、ぶらりと京都をよく訪れているという話ですけれども、それを本当かどうかね、時々街で、あるいはライブハウスで京都で見かけたよなんていうファンの声を僕も聞いたりしますけども、Have you been visiting to Kyoto in your off time? Is that true?
Oh yeah, over the last 6 or 7 years I've been repeatedly coming backwards and forwards to Japan,
really?
not always working. So I just creep in and out anonymously.
はい、全くのお忍びでという感じでもってここ6、7年の間何遍も京都と、ニューヨークないしはロンドンを往復しているという話です。ここに彼の一番新しいアルバム This is your latest album, Bowie, Scary Monsters. This album making a big sale in New York and also in Japan.
Doing very good.
How do you get the idea of Japanese narration?
I wanted to incorporate something of the feeling of the Japanese spirit, so I had a man do the translation of the lyrics, but I had a woman read them in very hard, direct terms to give an overall essence of a Japanese feeling. Why it again, it's just the crossover with me between East and West, that it's always come up in my work.
Yes.
All the time.
I see. You started your musical career at the end of 1960s, and through the 70s, and we are now going to 80s. Do you think that anything, a particular change in 80s?
In music?
Yes, in music.
Oh, I think probably a lot more exploration of different tribal kinds of music, I think, will be apparent. I think a lot more South American and African and Middle Eastern music will be incorporated into popular music. Not so much the synthesizer. I think it will go more towards different kinds of folk musics being incorporated into rock.
Kind of folk music?
Yeah.
ということでもっていろんな音楽がどんどん変わっていきますけれども、Tell me about your musical vision in your future.
In mind, I have absolutely no idea. It's thoroughly dictated by the town or city that I'm living in. Wherever I'm going to be living will dictate how the record is going to sound. It's very much influenced by that city, I think.
本当にね、街の中に住んでいるそのまんまが彼の音楽になるということだと思います。Will you have any particular plan to coming back to Japan?
I usually try and come back at least once a year, whether it's working or whether it's just to... Next time I want to take the rail system all the way up. And also to get to Okinawa, which I haven't...
Okinawa?
Yeah, I've never been there. I want to go there very much.
I see.
But the trains are very important.
Yes, Okinawa has a very traditional music.
Yes, right, yeah. I like it very much. I know it, yeah. I heard a band in Tokyo who have disbanded now, I think. But a few years ago, they were playing Okinawa music with electric instruments.
Yes.
And I like them very much.
Yes. Please give us your special message to the audience of our program, Young OO. Please look at that camera, please.
Don't waste any day. Don't waste a minute.
Yes. ということです。Mr. David Bowie でした。Thank you again. Thank you.
どういたしまして。Thank you. どうも。